The strategic transformation of localization PMOs with AI from tactical to trusted partner. Welcome to locanuku.com, your daily dose of localization know-how. Today we're talking about the localization PMO and how its role is going through a massive transformation. And look, I'm not talking about a few little workflow tweaks here and there. We're talking about a complete strategic metamorphosis. It's a fundamental shift from being a service provider to becoming a true strategic partner. So let's dive into what's really happening. Okay, let's just get right to the heart of it, with the one question every single localization professional needs to be asking themselves when AI can provide instant good enough translation. What is your value? Seriously, why do your stakeholders still need you? And this isn't some far-off futuristic problem. This is the challenge we are all facing right here, right now. For so long, the PMO was all about output, right? Delivering translations, managing schedules, making sure the linguistic quality was on point. It was a very transactional operational role. And let's be honest, you were probably totally invisible until something went wrong. Well, that entire model, it's standing on a precipice. It's becoming obsolete. So this is the shift you've got to wrap your head around. The old way was tactical. It was all about output, scope, and delivery. Just getting the project done and out the door. The new way, it's completely strategic. It's about focusing on business outcomes, aligning what your team does with corporate growth, and building skills that the business actually cares about. It's really the difference between being an order taker and a business partner. Now, this change isn't just happening in a vacuum. There are three incredibly powerful forces pushing this transformation, making it an absolute necessity, not a choice. Let's break down these triggers. You've got hyperautomation, the crazy acceleration of AI, and a whole new set of demands coming from your stakeholders. First up, hyperautomation. And no, this isn't just about automating a few simple tasks. We're talking about automating entire complex processes. For a long time, a PM's value was all tangled up in the mechanics. Getting the files in, pushing the files out. But if your PM's only unique value proposition is, hey, we manage the schedule, you've got a serious problem because tech is about to do it way better and faster. And if you need a reality check, just look at this number, 80%. That's the percentage of our industry that is already using AI today. This is not some wave that's coming in the future. We are smack in the middle of it right now, which just goes to show you how urgent it is to adapt. And that brings us to what I call the danger zone. Your stakeholders are starting to go around you. Business units are reaching out to other vendors. They're playing with their own AI solutions. And they're doing it all without even talking to you. Why? Because they think they can just punch it into ChatGPT and call it a day. If you're not the one bringing innovation to the table, believe me, they will find it somewhere else. You can feel this shift happening right in your own inbox. The requests themselves are changing. You're not just getting a zip file with source content anymore, are you? Instead, you're getting questions like this. This isn't a translation request. This is a content strategy request. They're asking how, not just what, to translate. Or how about this one? This is a request for competitive benchmarking, for market analysis. Your stakeholders are now looking to you for business intelligence. They see you as their window to the global marketplace, and they want to know what's going on out there. Are you ready to answer that? And this one just perfectly illustrates the new expectation. Stakeholders are asking you about cutting-edge AI and multimedia solutions. They just assume you're the expert who can figure out how to leverage the latest tech. These unusual requests you might be getting, they're a crystal clear sign that your stakeholders want a much deeper, more strategic partnership with you. Okay, so we've laid out the problem. We've talked about the pressures. So what's the solution? Well, it requires a whole new vision, a new North Star for your team to follow. The goal here is to evolve from being a simple order taker into a truly trusted partner inside your company. So what does being a trusted partner actually look like in practice? It means you're a strategic leader. Your mission isn't just about translating words anymore. It's about empowering your company's entire globalization strategy. It's about actively championing the success of your stakeholders, helping them hit their business goals. A vision is great, but a vision without a plan is just a dream, right? So let's get into the strategic playbook. This is the actionable roadmap. This is how you actually get from where you are today to where you desperately need to be. Here's a really clear 4-step framework for this journey. It all starts with participating visibly. You got to get a seat at the corporate table. Next, you influence processes using data to make actual recommendations, not just sending status reports. From there, you expand your reach beyond just marketing into departments like legal and HR. And finally, you provide impactful solutions by anticipating what your stakeholders need before they even know they need it. Remember that danger zone we talked about with stakeholders going rogue with AI? You can't just tell them to stop. You have to counter it. How? By leading the charge yourself. The most proactive organizations are creating dedicated AI task forces right inside their PMOs to own the conversation around this technology. And a task force like this needs to be built on 4 solid pillars. First, operational excellence, using AI to make your own workflows smarter and more efficient. Second is future advancement, proactively looking for new ways AI can help the business. Third, communication, constantly showing off the value you're adding. And finally, upskilling, making sure your own team has the skills to master these new tools. It's all about building the system that you want everyone else in the company to use. Now, to pull all this off, the PM profile itself has to change. Think about it. All those core skills you've worked so hard to master, project management, admin, quality control, they're now just the baseline. They're the price of admission. They're the absolute minimum required to even be in the game. So here's the new reality. The skills that are essential for survival and for leadership are now things like business acumen and stakeholder engagement. You need the business sense to connect with corporate goals. And you need the soft skills to have those tough strategic conversations with the people who actually control the budget. When you boil it all down, this is really all about leadership. This is not about reactively managing projects anymore. The future belongs to the people who can anticipate the needs of the business and who proactively run toward innovation with confidence. So I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. Your stakeholders are moving fast. The technology is moving even faster. If your PMO isn't the one leading the charge, you're going to be left behind. So, the real question is, are you ready to lead? For more insights like this, be sure to check out Localization.com, your daily dose of localization know-how.